Hi everybody, it's Andrea, aka VioletKitty411, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much to everybody who has been engaging through comments, likes, and subscribing. I do appreciate it so much. It does make these videos much more fun to do when I'm working with an engaged audience, as we appreciate the greatest game in the Sims franchise. So today we are back in Blue Water Village, which is attached to my Pleasant View because, you know, Violet and Jake and possibly even their progeny might want to live down here someday. And today our clients are the Tinkers. Wanda and Steven hoped that their toy shop would be in the family for generations to come, but their daughter seems to have other plans. Can Melody follow her dreams and still make her parents happy? Let's check them out. All right, so here we have Wanda, and warm, playful, and caring. Wanda was born to be a mother. Then we've got Steven, and Steven is very likable but somewhat bumbling. He was the mascot for his college's football team. So he was the one going, Gerbits, Gerbits, the Gerbits. And now we have Melody. And so Steven is family sim, Wanda's a family sim, Melody is knowledge sim. Melody was seemingly born grown up. It's hard to imagine how an offspring of Wanda and Steven could be so serious and brooding. Okay, so actually she really is giving me a lot similar to Miranda in Veronaville, Miranda Cap. I mean, it's the same outfit, and she also wears the glasses and things like that. So I feel Miranda Cap, yeah. Anyway, so this is the family. Their house is not atrocious, but it definitely needs some TLC. The spaces are very large, they're undefined, they don't have a lot going on in them. And then we have a very large lot with a toy shop back here, obviously. And so this is what we're going to be working with. Now, I did go through, it looks like everything is full priced, so I have no reason not to evict them, so I'm going to do that and we'll be back. All right, the house sells for $48,772 and the Tinkers have $119,988, so obviously just shy of $200,000. That's the budget that I'm working with. So as I'm looking at this house, like I said, the spaces are very large. There's this extremely undefined space up here. We've got a gym here. We've got a 2x5 bathroom here. Melody's room is, I'm assuming that's Melody's room because it looks much more techie and she seems like a techie kind of a girl. Actually, it's bigger than the parents' room. We definitely have space for everything that we see up here, plus a third bedroom if we choose our space planning wisely, and I think that is going to be a very easy mission to accomplish. We've got our kitchen up here instead of back here, which, you know, I'm always going to say the kitchen belongs at the back of the house. So we will make some adjustments. One of the first things I'm going to do, though, is I am actually going to reduce the lot. I will be reducing the lot because I just feel like there is no need for this much space. As a matter of fact, we're not even going to keep this toy shop back here, so we will get rid of it entirely. We'll also dig our basement and we'll do a couple other things. So I'm going to reduce the lot by 10 here. I will also shift it over to using the lot adjuster. Thank you so much, E Street Angel, for introducing me to that tool. Okay, and once I have it deconstructed to my heart's desire and we put our coverings in to just make it clean, that's the template that I will be working with. I'm going to go ahead. I did, of course, delete all of the fencing and the toy shop back here, so I will be back. So here we are back at 32 Eagle Lane, and everything came out of the adjustment just like I expected, except there is one pretty major problem. Look at this. And you see, you can't turn driveways. This is the sum total. I don't know what the deal is. I hope that something hasn't broken driveways in my game, but I'm hoping this is really relegated to this, but this is upsetting. I'm going to see if I can move the lot and somehow it magically fixes itself. So after testing every other house in Blue Water Village, I have surmised that it is local to this. Now, if you count, this is exactly where it would be if the lot was oriented the other direction, but it's not. So in order to do what I would like to do, either I have to completely rebuild this lot or I scrap the idea. But I've already fallen in love with the idea of giving this house a garage, so I'm not going to scrap the idea. I'm going to rebuild the lot. So as far as doing a copy from scratch goes, it is a buggy lot. It could be worse, and legitimately, if you know it's a buggy lot, you're better off just scrapping it. So let's go ahead and get this started. 6 over and 9 back, so I know where my building will start. And now this right here, it was 7 by 11, and then there we go, right like that. Also 7 by 11 in the opposite direction. And so next we're going to go ahead and get rid of that fence that I posted right there. That was of course just a guideline, so I knew exactly where I was going to be working. And since I want this to be a lot with a garage on a foundation, I'm going to go ahead and delete that much, right like that. But I do also have to add one right there. This is going to be one out from the original floor plan, and I'm okay with that. I thought about possibly moving it back, but I decided it would be more interesting to do something else. So now I will place my driveway and the extension, and then I will put the walls around the garage that I need. Now I'm going to go ahead and put in boolprop constrained floor elevation false, and then enter. Now it's going to do this bad boy where it's all warpy. As long as I can make it fit. Why not? There we go. And now for leveling it, you can either use the elevation or the terrain elevation, or I just go ahead and prefer to use the flooring because it's just easier. And now we will undo the cheat and put in the walls of our garage. Okay, so I'm going to put in walls all the way around like this. And now we want to activate the cheat again. And bless Lilyfish who actually figured this out, because I am not the one that figured this out. All right. But I believe I also need to have move objects on activated. Okay, there we go. Make sure it's, nope, it's not warping the way it's supposed to. Come on, you're supposed to be warpy. Why are you not warping? Let's do, there we go. That's called warping. All right. And now again with this. All right, and get rid of it. Now constrain for floor elevation true, and my garage is done. So getting back into building it, I'm just going to go ahead and build right around the foundation. as it was supposed to be. There's 6 over on this side, 6 over on this side because I had originally moved it. It's also 10 tiles shorter, but we're going to go ahead and page up, or well, we're already paged up, and I'm going to keep it 1 short from here. That's fine. I thought about bumping the whole house out, but I figured if I put a little bit of a roof right there, it would provide a little bit of interest. And we'll put the front porch and the back deck in just as it was. There we go. And now we're also going to put in a basement right here, right like that, and also dig it. You can dig it, yeah. And this is a very flat lot, so I don't have to worry about anything. Hold it down, delete, and we will do this instead of the 6x6 toy shop that was in the, or I think it was 8x8 toy shop that was in the back. So this is now the work area. Okay, so that is now the tabula rasa that, and it's really a tabula rasa that I will be working with. So now I have to come up with the flooring or stair situation and also a floor plan. All right, so now it's time to come up with a viable floor plan for this. We're going to work on the first floor first, or excuse me, the top floor first. And this is just a placeholder for the time being. I haven't decided on that, but I'm just moving that in and actually deleting it because it's not even really a placeholder. It just established that I need this much area for the stairs, and I'm going to, this will be a little closet. Oops, that wasn't the direction I wanted to go with this. And this will be Melody's bedroom, okay? And, or it could be a guest bedroom, whichever. This is a closet. This is a Jack and Jill between this room and this room. All right, now we're going to get Wanda and Steven's room over here, right like that. And Wanda and Steven have a bathroom of their own, and then 2 walk-in closets. And then this will be the general skill room. Yeah, this will be a guest bedroom. Sure, that's where we're going with that. Now, of course, we need a staircase into the basement, which will be the workshop. And if I were to have this as a home-based business, I would want that little extra little outbuilding, but I'm not sure I would want it in the backyard. That struck me as very odd, because then what? People troop through the backyard. I would probably create a little, either an area on the main floor or a small outbuilding right here, simply because home-based businesses are very invasive if they enter your home, unless the purpose of the home-based business is actually a venue. Now, regarding the garage, I should be able to put foundation all the way around. Oh, maybe not. That's fine. And then, of course, we will put a little, just a tiny little staircase right like that. And their last name is Tinker, so I don't know if he has the tinkering, if either of them have the tinkering hobby, but yeah. There's a Tinker family in Sims 4 as well. Because of the back placement of this, I've decided that this is going to be the kitchen. There will be a small eating space in the kitchen. Now, originally they had this huge kitchen, huge unused area, and huge dining room way over here. And actually that's not going to be the kitchen. The kitchen will be here, and the dining room here, and general living here. And this, I haven't decided what it's for, but there will be a purpose. Okay, and so since I increase the foundation here, I'm going to go ahead and remove this wall here, put this here. I'm also going to put a wall all the way around here, and this will be the only area in the garage that is ostensibly part of the garage. And through here, I'm going to open this up, and this will be entrance into the living area, and there will be a small bath right off of this, and then another small little bath right off of there, powder rooms or whatever. And so through here, I'm going to section that wall off, or section that off, and drop that out simply because it bothers me. And instead of a unique dining room and kitchen, it's going to be a very large kitchen with a nice eating space in the dining room. And this is the entire living room area. Still haven't decided what I'm going to use this for, but both this room and this room will have access to the outdoors. Now, because of the graphical warp issue of working with the constrained floor elevation, a solid surround for your garage is best. It's not, you know, you can work with it, but if you're going to deal with something like that, that's what you get at both of the places that you connect it to. So it can be awkward. If you don't mind that, sure, why not? Go for it. But I'm not actually a fan. Either that, or you conceal it with some kind of bush or shrub. So I actually opted for concealing this vine, which is technically a tree, goes there, and then using the move objects on, we can put the nice large castaway bushes. And if you didn't see my kitty video, I did discover that I was wrong. These castaway bushes, which don't need to be trimmed in Castaway, do need to be trimmed in the main game. So yeah, that was great. And since Steven and Wanda are clearly a very happy, friendly couple, I didn't feel that the whole white building was good enough. I opted for yellow for them, which is a very cheerful color. So yeah, that's good. And Wanda likes pink. Steven, he's got some yellow in him. So yeah, we'll do that. And then of course we're not sure what to do about Melody. All right, now that I have the house basically structurally done to my satisfaction, windows in place, and no, I don't feel the need to constantly have things one above the other, simply because I go with the way the rooms are, not with the exterior, except for on the outside or on the front. The front, it's pretty important that they line up, but the rest of the house, not so much. So now I'm going to exit to the neighborhood to fix all of my pathways, and I'll be back. So after I did that, I decided I would like to have a covered porch, and as such I used this railing here, but I also had to place a few dummy posts. There we go, like that. And then we will choose this, reduce it to, let's try a 20 degree. How's that look? Let's actually go all the way down to 15, and I want 15 on this. No, I want higher than that. Maybe 20 here. Let's try 25. It's about dinking around with it. Maybe 30. I think 30 looks good. Okay, so that's it. And now I'll put those windows back right where they were. Of course, they're going to not cooperate with me, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. And of course, that'll fix itself, as will this one that's directly below it, when I exit to the neighborhood and remove these dummy posts, because they have served their purpose. Okay, and staircases, you can apply or remove the railings at will. Somebody had asked about that. So I'm actually, since I have staircases here, and I don't need this staircase, so I grab my railing tool right here, and holding your control key, just kind of click at the top of it. Now I'm going to keep that railing right like it is, but also paging down, I don't need this one, so I will get rid of it. So now with preliminary coverings on, everything concealed the way it needs to be. Oops, not that though. I forgot. Okay, there we go. Thank you, E Street Angel, for telling me about the fix for the polished light bamboo. And now I will go ahead and completely design and furnish it, but this is the floor plan, finished as it is, and I will be back. Okay, so I have tried to use the tab key in order to do a tour, but it does conflict with my screen recorder, so I'm just going to have to mumble it through. There have been significant changes on the outside, of course, since the previous lot was buggy. I bulldozed it, did keep the actual shell almost identical, so let's get on with it. Now, I did change the roof from what I previously had just popped on. I bumped the garage out just one tile, so it hit the 8 here, the 8 tiles in here, instead of moving the whole house up, because that also brought the garage flush with the porch, and I found that pleasing. And also it gave me the opportunity to put this detail on instead of just having a blank wall right there. Now, I did get rid of the toy shop in the backyard, but I brought it to the front yard and just put it flush on the ground because that just made sense. It's just a 5x5 little room. It's got nothing but a counter and some empty display shelves. Plus I hung a shingle. I figured Wanda would like a shingle. So as we enter through the front door, we are presented with a formal living room in the deco style stuff. There is no TV in here, just a piano, and there is also a bookshelf. So this is quiet contemplation and conversation, as well as enjoying music. To the right, off of the main living room, is the kitchen dining combo, completely done in the mission style stuff. Now, you'll notice that I have a lot of green in this build. I just really felt like green is Wanda's favorite color. Yes, she's wearing a pink dress, but you don't always have to wear your favorite color. But there is a lot of green because she really enjoys green. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So from the kitchen back through the formal living room is the family room, equipped with a nice TV, the mission style furniture, as well as the other entertainment electronics. Now, here's something I had never known before because I've never tried to place it. I don't tend to place recliners, but the mission recliner that matches this creates a strange shadow effect, so I chose not to place it. I was going to place it in the corner to the right of the TV, but instead I placed a regular chair right like that. But I really wanted to put the mission style lounger there because it just looked so cute, but there was a strange graphical effect with it. Now, off of the family room is one of 2 powder rooms that are on the main level. The other backs right to it. To the left of the front entryway are the staircases that lead both downstairs as well as upstairs. And right here is where the other powder room is. And going to the left, or from the powder room, is actually access to the garage. Now we can enter the garage, and inside we see some of the graphical issues that are associated with the constrained floor elevation, plus we see the castaway bushes poking through because they are bigger than the identical base game bushes. We have the free time junker in the garage, and outside we have a nice minivan because I think Wanda really is a minivan kind of a gal, not gonna lie. At the top of the stairs on the second floor is a small landing. There is no space really in this hallway. It is not meant for loitering. It is just to get from A to B. This door is, well, this door right here is Melody's room, and this door is the third bedroom that I managed to include that was not included in this build to begin with. Melody struck me as a techie girl, so I leaned into that, chose the techie stuff from Apartment Life for her. She does have access to a Jack and Jill bathroom right here, as well as her own walk-in closet. Comfy bed from Bon Voyage that actually had a recolor for a black frame, and the IKEA dressers. Melody has the only desk in the house because I don't feel like Steven or Wanda care. And she has a little painting and study corner over here. Now the third bedroom, since Steven and Wanda are both family Sims, I figured at some point they'd be asking for a baby, so I made a nursery. And again, access to the Jack and Jill. And leaving through the nursery back through the hall, we come to Wanda and Steven's bedroom, which is done in the florals. No, it's not green. Not everything has to be green, but there is green represented. We've got a lot of the redwoods, both from the shaky as well as the Bon Voyage bed frame. Standard work bunched, I think that's what that's called, dresser. And again with the shaky side table and more Bon Voyage seats. So it's very comfortable. No, it's not as big as it was, but they don't need that. They really don't. Both Wanda and Steven have their own walk-in closet, and over here we have a tidy 2x3 bath. Now, none of the baths are really equipped with the high-end stuff because where I save money are particularly toilets and sinks, because that's not a huge issue, but they can buy a better quality shower when they get the money for it. And in the basement, the only thing we have here is just a little workshop for the toy making that they'll sell in the little shop outside. There was a high-end telescope inside. I decided to put the low-end telescope outside, plus they've got a garden here that they can work in, as well as an area to fish, so they can do that. And just a nice overall yard to enjoy. Like I said, they do have quite a bit of florals, plus I gave them the floral fence on the front portion of their fence, so that was pretty. And overall, I think it's turned out really nice, especially since starting over really wasn't a choice. I had to do it because the lot was clearly bugged. Okay, let's put them in it. Okay, the lot is 117,900 and they have just shy of 120, so that should leave them with just over 2,000. All right, and they're all making a beeline for something. Let's see. They're all going up to look at the lamps in the master bedroom. Let's see what they think. Wanda, you're gonna puke. Okay, well that's fine. That's fine. Steven, also puking. Let's see what Melody's response is. Also disappointed. Of course, you pick one of the least expensive things to react to, and now enjoy the rain. That's great. Let's go ahead and check some things out. And as I surmised, both Wanda and Steven asked for a baby, so let's go ahead and try for a baby. Their relationship's not super high. Melody, why don't you go to school, please? Walk to school. And there goes the fireworks for Wanda. And he shoots and scores. Awesome. Steven decided to invade Melody's privacy by painting. That's acceptable. And Wanda, you're going to go ahead and talk to Steven through the bear, because you can. Look at the bear. Look at the bear. And now put it down where you did not find it. Excellent. Do you think this might be her way of letting him know that there's a little one on the way? I think so. All right, so Wanda, instead of trying to talk to your husband through the bear, why don't you just go ahead and take a potty? We'll put that bear back where it belongs. And why don't you serve some shrimp gumbo? And Mr. Humble has just left the computer. Where did he leave it? Oh, she's a cuisine. Okay, well that tells me that her secondary aspiration is going to be pleasure. That way she can write restaurant guides. And it looks like she got thin because, yes, she did. She was still officially heavy, but her fitness was high enough that apparently she is now thin. Although, oh, Steven is now thin too, and Melody is fit. Wonderful. Okay, how are you feeling there, Wanda? Steven, you still having a good time? Sure you are. Okay. Yes, put that away, and then now let's put away the leftovers, because shrimp gumbo is amazing. And yeah, let's make you a secondary pleasure sim. That way you can start earning lots of money with food. Pleasure. Restaurant guides. That's the way to go. That is going to be your primary source of income. And yeah, we'll make comfort soup high on your list of priorities. So Wanda, why don't you enjoy some piano while Steven is painting, and then we'll do something else later. All right, Melody, welcome home from school. And why don't you pick up that computer? You know what? I already canceled that out, but oh well, that's fine. All right, instead of that, why don't you empty your bladder, and then we will actually go grab the computer. Do we know what your hobby is? Not yet. Why don't you do this muscle? I feel like, do this muscle, do this muscle. And Steven has gained creativity. He's gonna have to pee at some point. Really gonna have to pee. And would he like to subscribe to Arts and Crafts? Sure, no problem. And Steven, did you pee? No, you didn't. Well, I think our clients are happy, and I think that they will fit nicely into this home. So don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. I will see you soon in the pixelated world, and that's all I have to say. PK out.